Today is the 23rd of June 2025. It's just gone 7:30 and I'm out with Tuco. That's him that you can hear in the background. He's fishing. A little chap. We discovered that he just loves looking at the little fish in the water here. It's a little pond left. I can't see anything. I don't know what he sees. I guess if you stare long enough you see something coming around the little pebbles under the water, you know. Anyway, there's some people up ahead. There's a dog, but I think it's okay because Tuco gets extremely absorbed in this fishing malarkey. His tail non-stop moving, and it's my duty to bring the little fella out here and let him have some fun, because he's indoors otherwise all day. We kind of feel for him, even though we're all indoors all day. We don't do much. Just me and Flo were talking about it. We were talking about when we were in Narbonne how active we seem to be. Now that phones are around, as well as, you know, all the apps and stuff, because it's not just me. Flo is the same. She's skipping through junk all day as well. And we're older, and we don't really feel. It's hard to get motivated. I was discussing that with Flo. I was saying, back in the Narbonne days, if Flo had an idea or we wanted to go, I'd go without any kind of thought. Just go. And then in the middle of the walk, maybe I'd complain because it's too tough. But nowadays, I tend to put myself into the position first, and then I analyze it quite a bit. And then on a lot of occasions I decide, why would I want to do that when I could be at home? Kind of happened first with Maraval, I think. Used to kind of go blindly to Maraval. And maybe it's because you think it would be good, but then this is the first time it began to happen. I would get there, and on so many occasions I didn't have a great time, because I'd find myself just kind of left. People would be into their conversations and I wouldn't understand what was going on. And on a few occasions I'd be sitting outside thinking, why did I come here? Why didn't I just stay at home? And let's say that was 2-3 years ago. It's kind of evolved. I know this kind of sounds stupid to say, because you think, well, maybe everybody does this, but I feel it's specific, and I think maybe people my age they'd say that they're similar in that they kind of jumped into things earlier in life without much thought, like the going off for the week's holiday and this and that and the other. But now me and Flo, we just, like, we were going to go to Fort Calquier on Friday because it was the 21st, maybe it was Saturday, for the Fête de la Musique. And at one point during the day, early in the day, in the afternoon probably, we both thought, it'll be nice, we'll leave Tuco here, we'll sit down, we'll have a nice drink in a terrace, and we'll listen to some nice music. There'll probably be people playing guitar or whatever. But by the time the evening came along, we didn't go. We just couldn't be asked, neither of us. And my thought about it then was, it'll be busy, it'll be noisy, it'll be crap music, the terraces will be full, and you'll get there and wonder, why did I bother doing this? But it's a strange thing, because it's a real change for me over the years, this kind of putting myself, you know, in the position and thinking, hang on a minute, would I really want to do that? Because like I say, one time at Flo said, I'm going to go and meet Isabel, I'm going to go to her house, or I'm going to go and meet Lydia. I might be inclined to just kind of go along without much thought, you know. But now if she says, I'm going to go and meet Lydia, do you want to come along, spend the night? I'm like, are you joking? This is up to myself. So I have nothing in common with Lydia. And even Isabel, I don't want to drive up to the middle of fucking nowhere. And it's like that now with a lot of things. So going on holidays, like we're going to be off August, and there's a part of both of us would like to go somewhere, I guess, but I don't know. I was just thinking here, I missed the dark evenings looking at Voyager. There was something very tranquil about those Voyager double bills, sitting in the chair having a cup of tea, watching Janeway. It was almost similar to the original Star Trek, where you watch and you see, oh, what's going to happen even before the credits roll. And it was kind of cool. That's all done now. We got through the whole lot of them. Haven't watched anything in the summer. It is the 23rd, tomorrow's the 24th, and obviously that means it's the day of the exam, the Chloe exam. I have to talk about this because I have to kind of vent a bit. It's the Chloe exam. It's 5 parts, 10 parts each question, 50 questions apparently in 55 minutes, which seems like a lot to me, but anyway. I am kind of fed up with the French, I have to say. My head feels just saturated with it at this point. So when the teacher today, she went on to explain other stuff. Oh, there are different types of negation. You can say, je ne bois jamais, je ne connais rien, person. But I really got to the point where I just don't want to do anymore. I don't want to hear anymore. It's like my appetite, which was fantastic, and fair enough, fair play to me. I think it was very strong for quite a few months, but now it's just disappearing. And I have to say, there are times when I'm looking forward to the end of this whole thing. And the test is tomorrow, and I've been a bit stressed about that. Why wouldn't you be? And everyone wants to do well, but I don't think I will do that well because of the nature of questions, because of how easy it is to make mistakes. I've been quoting the example of, there was a question, there's a space and you have to fill in the space, and then the next thing, the sentence is 2 kilomètres à X. So it's how many kilometers is it to X? So combien comes to mind, and you know that's going to be the answer. But then with the 4 multiple choice answers you've got are combien, de combien, à combien. And so you know it's combien, but you're thinking, is it à combien or just combien? Combien de kilomètres à X? À combien de kilomètres à X? It's the kind of sentence I would just say. I would use both sentences equally, thinking they're both right. And unfortunately, there's lots of freaking questions that even if you know the word, but the answers are not going to be a simple case of here's 4 words, 3 of them are wrong and 1 is right, and it's that simple. They're going to be like 4 variations of the fucking word, and then you've got to guess, shit, is it going to be à la, or is it going to be au, or is it going to be de la, or is it going to be du? It's all, and you think it's kind of a little unfair because I can say the stuff and I know the gist of the sentence, but I'm going to be marked down because I didn't, and I haven't even thought about. I never really asked. Too late to ask now, but I'm thinking, am I expected to put the accents on the letters as well if we have to fill in a gap? Because when we did the practice, I didn't bother with that, and they still gave me the question right. But if in this test, all the questions, if you don't put the accent in the right place, the question will be wrong, then again, I don't know what that's, I don't know. You have like Bruzette, E-T-E-T, and there's a mark over the E, but is it slanting to the left or to the fucking right? I don't know. I can't remember. And that's the kind of thing, you know it's Bruzette, it's et. But then I don't remember the fucking little dash on top of the E. And stuff like this makes you kind of think, oh, for fuck's sake, who gives a shit? How would anybody guess all of that stuff? So that's tomorrow. I'll do my best. I don't feel too confident about it. And now after I just spoke about the accents, I feel even less confident. Spelling is not my thing, I can't spell in English, even let alone in French. So when they ask you to spell something like, travail, I won't be able to spell travail right. I've written it down 1,000 times, but I cannot remember how it's spelt. And I don't remember how much of the stuff is spelt. Avant, avec, it all starts to blend together. This is another thing about being overdosed with French. Everything starts to become this melange of stuff, and you can't see the fucking wood for the trees. It's like when you say a word over and over and all that, eventually it doesn't make sense. You keep reading a sentence over and over, and eventually it doesn't even look like it means anything. That's what the French is like a little bit. At the moment. Anyway, I've improved a lot in my talk. That's all that counts. Felt kind of old today. I looked at myself in the mirror I was in the toilet, and it has kind of come to my mind a few times, but not much, luckily. And I started to think, God, what do other people see when they look at me sitting down? Because in some of the photographs I look okay. You wouldn't really know that guy was much older than the rest, But when if you look a bit tired or whatever, and a bit stressed, people look at you and they must go, God, that guy. And then I say I'm a bit stressed about it. And the thought struck me, does anybody think, God, I hope I'm not going to be like that fucking sad bastard being stressed about an exam at his age. How pathetic. How pathetic to be stressed about something at his age, But anyway, after tomorrow it'll be that part will be done, and I can't see myself looking back at these notes. Really, it's been an experience. It's done me no harm. After that, there's the stage. And that's another thing that's kind of disturbing me. But at least there's no exercises of French. I mean, I just go on, who knows? It's all up in the air, that one. I'm in a sense looking forward to getting the first day over with, because the first day in Carrefour, I will know all I need to know about what that week's going to be like. I think I will know fairly quickly if it's going to be a shitty week, or perhaps the beginning of maybe a new job, and maybe even part-time job like Flo says. Wouldn't that be alright? Work 3 days a week or something? And I don't want to rush time away, but there's something about wanting to get to the end of July. It's just a thing. I've got like to see Dr. Mashi, I've got a dental appointment, I've got the IRM scan, I've got to make an appointment to see Dr. Treco. It'd be great to have them all done and think, that's it, I'm okay. I've had all the tests, I'm finished all the stuff, I'm finished all the internship, the course. Now August is here and there's no more, I don't have to do anything, no more looking for jobs in August. Let's say that won't start till September, and I could just, it's not that I'm not relaxed now, of course I am, but to have an evening where Flo goes to Maraval with Tuco and I'm left, and let's say at this point the cats are gone. Let's say the kittens, we found new homes for them all and the cat's been sterilized and she's out and about and the cat flap is open, she can come and go, and hopefully she doesn't bring anything. But I'm on my own the weekend and I've got nothing coming, there's nothing, I don't have to drive anywhere and I can just chill out. I'm kind of looking forward to a moment like that. Otherwise, we're just having a quiet year. A year, by the way, that I think will be nicely elongated. It's nice because you don't like things flying by, and the Connemara really made things fly by. That's one thing about a routine. And I know it's gone pretty quick because of the French and the routine, but in other ways I think this year, especially when the course finishes, it's going to be a year of certain different spheres and stuff, hopefully none bad, and should make it interesting, especially coming into the winter and all that. I really love this little Philips device. It is one of those things I reach into my pocket, take it out, and it is just so easy to use. You just turn it on and press the button. I really like its simplicity. Simplicity of use. He goes well into his fishing bit. He's into the water up to his belly. Tail is flying. Bless him. And our little cats are growing up, but we're a bit stressed now because she may be in heat soon again and we don't want her to get repregnated. And then also Flo is a bit afraid that she'll go out and get carried away and not come back. So I think we'll both be maybe a bit more relaxed when these little kittens are of an age where they can kind of look after themselves a bit more, at least eat for themselves. But it's been great to have kittens. I know we had kittens at home once, and I remember they were in some kind of a little round thing. Poor cat didn't have the comfort that this cat had, I can guarantee you that. It was in the garage. And as was kind of the thing then, my mother took all these kittens and put them in a bag and drowned them. Which is just terrible, but it was, you know, people did things then without thinking. I'm sure my mother is, it's not something she's proud of or would even want to talk about. She's a very gentle person. It was just one of those things. It's awful to think about it though. So don't. So what else is there to say? I'm sitting down here and my ass is getting sore on the rocks. And the other thing I've noticed, I don't know if it's something to do with age or medication or whatever, I'm fucking stiff, so stiff as a board. Like getting up is difficult here. I don't perhaps do as much exercise and like walking as I used to. The Connemara was when you were busy in somewhere. There was an awful lot of standing around, which I think kind of turns out to be pretty good exercise. Walking around in the kitchen, standing. You're using your muscles. You're kind of oiling the joints, and I think it was, but now, I'm sitting down all day, and if I go to Orizon, it's made a difference with no destination to go to. It makes it less motivating to go. Flo's going on about the river. Every time she comes here, she goes, the river, all the water's going. It looks pretty impressive to me looking at here. Still in the middle of June, temperatures at 35 degrees. It's the point I am anyway. If you walked into it, it'd be up to your waist at least, maybe more. It looks quite deep. And I remember this river was completely dry years ago when we came here. I think it's never been as dry as it was about a decade ago, anyway. So yeah, there you go. Is there anything much more to say? I'm looking down the river. I can see people. What time is it? 5 to 8. I don't want to go too quick because the fella he really enjoys doing whatever the fuck he's doing with these fish. Yeah, I guess that's it for now. 22 minutes. That is pretty much what's going on at the moment. America bombed Iran to try and get rid of the nuclear facilities. I don't know what to make of it. I am going to go home. I don't eat anymore, it's another thing to say. I've got no appetite. I think it's just the weather, but you'd think I'd be looking forward to eating something when I go back, but I'm not at all. May boil a potato and have 2 fish fingers, may have something small. But yeah, that's about it. There's nothing much I can think of saying at this point. Adios.